This is another video about ego, and you might be becoming bored and tired of the topic, but it's all part of my getting to know myself, the illusion and the real parts, the real aspects. And I don't want to rush through this and miss these moments. To know yourself, you have to be present with yourself. And I am continuing to be present in this journey of unraveling my illusions. And in a previous post, I was mentioning how I don't want to feed or love my ego. You cannot love it. You cannot love an illusion. Ego is an aspect that formed itself. I call it the beast that rose out of the bottomless pit or the abyss of our lower chakras, the root chakra and sacral chakra of fear and survival. And it's the beast that is responsible for causing hurt and offense and harm to others in its manner of defending the psyche against attacks. It's quite the misunderstood, and I am even myself still trying to peel it apart. And because we lack language and we use words that are shared for many different definitions. For example, mind. Ego is not the mind the way I perceive it now. Ego is a phantom persona, a phantom illusion that uses the mind and masquerades as the mind. And it does become quite confusing. There is nothing wrong with mind, with logical mind, when it is not shrouded by this egoic illusion. Mind, the brilliant mind, the logical mind, is what is the masculine side, the masculine energy in our body. And it's the action aspect, it's the builder, it's the designer, the innovator. And all of these aspects are beautiful when they're not hijacked by ego, by the energy of hurt and defensiveness that ego projects upon it. So if we can take the veil, the illusion of ego out of the equation, we are left with masculine and feminine energy, logic and emotion, logic and nurture. Ego is not part of the Trinity. Ego is the imposter. And we would do well to understand this and be in the process of eliminating that. How can we eliminate ego? In order to eliminate ego's presence, we have to become cognizant and aware of our wounds, of our trauma, the hurts that make us defensive. And this is the shadow work that we have to conduct, of going within ourselves, of going within the wounds, and raise the wounds into the light and give ourselves the much needed love and compassion and mercy to heal the wounds, not to heal the ego. Ego has nothing to do with that. Ego is the chemical reaction of when water hits hot metal. It goes, it reacts. So we have to temper our wounds and lower the temperature of the wounds so that the water does not cause the reaction of and blow a bunch of steam in your face. In how we can heal the wounds once we are aware and we apply compassion, mercy, and love for ourselves, with that comes also the higher awareness through love and compassion, which are frequencies of higher awareness or God consciousness. We then have to rewrite the program that love casts out fear. Where there is love, when we apply love and compassion to ourselves, there need not be any fear. So the more love we infuse into ourselves, the more fear is going to be pushed out. And this brings me also to another topic which I want to tie in here, which maybe should be a separate video, but I'll mention it here as I'm kind of in the flow. This is something that I am noticing as my ego fears are dissolving. Energy, frequency, and vibration are very real things. And just because we cannot see it in action, or we're not aware of how it plays itself out, it's hard to comprehend. But using this example of eliminating the fear through higher consciousness of love, in the invisible aspects of us, the vibration, our vibration has numerical value changes as the vibration changes in hertz. It's funny that the word hertz is the word for frequency, the label for frequency, the measure of frequency, because hertz in German is the word for heart. It's heart frequency. As heart frequency raises and changes in value, it creates almost like this invisible bubble, energetic electromagnetic bubble around you, where the higher you come into the awareness of love and you lose the awareness or frequency of fear, the less are the chances that you are going to encounter an event that you need to defend against. In that higher vibration, lower vibrational intentions cannot access that field. And so, often we think in terms of we need ego just in case, right? Just in case we're threatened by something. But that's the point. See, if you remain in that duality, you are in the frequency where you have the potential of still attracting a threat, because that's the nature of that dual mixture of frequency. It's not the purest form of love frequency. So when we are in this potential of where threats are still a potential, because there is still a degree of fear frequency there, we can still attract that in. But the higher we raise this into love frequency, no threat can come even near you, because the frequency of love is too high. And so you're not going to have to keep ego in your back pocket for the just in case. The higher we raise into the singular love frequency, Hertz frequency, negative influences cannot penetrate that love bubble. It's the frequencies are mutually exclusive. And this is a scientific fact. It's an energetic fact. It's an energetic law. And it cannot be manipulated. It just is what it is. And so this is, because I understand this is why I am so intent on shining the light on every angle of how my ego is created, how this phantom is created, and how I can dissolve it and eliminate it permanently out of my existence. And I'm not trying to get rid of mind. Mind is good. The masculine energy is good. Logic is good. Thinking is good. But egos, fear, worry, hate, suspicion, anxiety, not good. Not good to feed those things. Those are lower frequencies that will invite and magnetize in more of that. Does this make sense? So, this is my journey of obtaining and maintaining pure love frequency, so that fear-based frequencies can no longer penetrate my electromagnetic field. And this is how love casts out fear. The two cannot coexist in the same bubble. It's impossible according to energetic law. It's impossible. So I hope this makes sense and helps somebody, and why I continue on this journey of eliminating ego. I am not going to marry the illusion or feed the illusion. What needs to be married in us is the divine masculine in the divine feminine without the interference of ego in order to produce a beautiful third energy, or the Christ child, the man child, that becomes the actionable one new man in biblical terms, or one new woman for those that are triggered by that. But it's not gender. It's not talking about gender. It's talking about energy. The one new man is the highest energy that can be manifested in the physical body.